Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Truth, Power, and Strength in Jesus and God. And me as your host, Joette Darby. I have designed this program to be food for thought and to be interesting, challenging, and thought-provoking. I will be teaching you from the King James Version of the Bible the things that God has taught and told me over the years, and from Asalia Rashid's book entitled The Order of the Universe and Things You Should Know About the Messiah, which can be gotten at www.authorhouse.com, and that's AUTHORHOUSE, or by calling 1-877-820-5393. Or you could get it at Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. You can also listen to my podcast with the same title of this program, The Truth, Power, and Strength in Jesus and God, at anchor.fm/Joette-Darby, and those are all lowercase letters. And if you want to get in touch with Miss Rashid, you can do so by contacting me with my email that is darbyjoette@gmail.com. I would like to say that when God calls you, He qualifies you. So in keeping with that, I would like to say that I have a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology from Wayne State University. I have a Master's of Science in General Psychology and a Master's of Art in Clinical Psychology, and had my license as a temporary limited license clinical psychologist for 6 years, but that expired in 2020. And I am about to begin my 3rd year in a doctoral program majoring in education, community counseling, and pastoral counseling. Like I said, when God calls you, He qualifies you. In addition, I am a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated of the Lambda Pi Omega Detroit chapter. And I want to give a shout out to all my sorors. And I also want to say I will be inducted into the National Honor Society on August 2nd by the Omega Nu Lambda Alpha chapter of my current university. Now, I would like to talk about the 7 seals as discussed in Asalia Rashid's book. It dawned on me that those had been visions, and God had actually taken my mind like I had asked Him to show me who I was in relationship to Him and revealed to me who He was, how He looked, and who Jesus Christ was. I thought about the things He showed me that I possessed that were the 7 seals of the Bible in Revelations that only the Lamb was found worthy to open. In the book of Revelations, chapter 5, it begins, "And I saw in the right hand of Him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And I behold, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb as if it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made us unto God's kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels around about the throne, and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000s and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessings. And every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb forever and ever. I went to the pocketbook that my father had given me just before I had left to go away to Pittsburgh to college, and had the 3 years I was there, brought it back and still had it in 1977. God had shown me in the vision that I had 2 of the 7 seals right in that pocketbook. I went to look, and there they were. I started crying and said, "Oh my God, these things you have showed me are true." I was not crying because I was happy. I was crying out of fear. I told God that they tried to kill me just because I believed in him and Jesus Christ. And now he told me I was the number 1 holy child, the Messiah. I did not want the title. In the pocketbook, I had a picture of an Asian woman that I had cut out of the Detroit Free Press when I was a teenager. I had liked the dress that she had on and wanted one made like it for my senior prom. Another seal from the book, another seal was from a book of Chinese proverbs and saying that I had copied out of a book when I was in elementary school. It was about the relationship between a man and a woman. A third seal I had gotten out of the Detroit Free Press, also out of Billy Graham's column. It was an old Native American proverb about judging another person. The fourth seal was my English literature book from high school entitled Adventures in English Literature, and an astrology book entitled Sun Signs by Linda Goodman. The fifth seal was the book entitled Damien by Herman Hesse. The sixth seal was the album by Laura Nyro entitled First Songs, released on Columbia House Record Company. And the seventh seal was my oldest brother's gold pen from the United States Marine Corps uniform. I did not really understand the seals until I read the Chinese saying, which goes as follows. A woman's question. Did you know you have asked for the costliest thing ever made by the hand above? A woman's heart and a woman's life and a woman's wonderful love. Did you know you have asked for this priceless thing as a child might ask for a toy, demanding what others have died to win with the reckless dash of a boy? You have written my lesson of duty out, man-like. You have questioned me. Now stand at the bar of my woman's soul until I shall question thee. You require your mutton shall always be hot, your socks and your shirt shall be whole. I require your heart shall be true as God's star, as pure as heaven's soul. You require a cook for your mutton and beef. I require a far better thing. A seamstress you're wanting for stockings and shirts. I look for a man and a king. A king for a beautiful rim called whole, and a man that the Maker God shall look upon as he did the first and say, It is very good. I am fair young, but the roses will fade from my soft young cheek one day. Will you love me then mid the falling leaves as you did the mid bloom of May? Is your heart an ocean so wide and deep I may launch my all on its tide? A lovely woman finds heaven or hell on the day she is made a bride. I require all things that are grand and true, all things that a man should be. If you give this all, I will stake my life to be all you demand of me. If you cannot do this, a laundress and cook you may hire with little pay. But a woman's heart and a woman's life are not to be won that way. I will return to you and continue momentarily. Now, I will give a man's reply. Yes, I've asked for a priceless thing, for a gem beyond all compare, with which all the richest mountains of earth nor the ocean can compare. But have I come with empty hands? In return have I offered aught? Can a man bring more to the woman he loved than unto you have brought? Than I unto you have brought? No seamstress or cook have I sought, for they can be hired, I ween. Nor have I said mutton or shirt, I want and must have a queen. You say that you want a man and a king, a very prince of the race. I look for a kind and generous heart, and not a queenly face. You require all things that are good and true, all things that a man should be. I ask for a woman with all that implies, and that is sufficient for me. You ask for a man without a fault to live with here on earth. I ask for a woman, faults and all, for by faults I may judge of worth. I ask for a woman made as of old, a higher form of man, his comforter, helper, advisor, and friend, as is the original plan. A woman who has an aim in life, who finds life worth the living, who makes the world better for being here, and for others her life is giving. To be all that a man should be shall be my aim in life. To love but me and only me is all that I ask of my wife. For your heart and life and wonderful love are sacred things to me, and I'll stake my life to be to you whatever I ought to be. Thus, at the bar of your woman's soul, I have stood and answered thee. And again, I ask for that priceless thing. What shall the answer be? After reading that, then I said, oh my God, this is true. This seal was a love letter about the relationship between a man and woman, king and queen. God founded the universe on love and the relationship between man and woman and their family. This is a communication between God and his female counterpart, a goddess, and an ensemble for man. Then thought about the significance of the other seals. All of them pertain somehow to some form of literature or writing or words. The picture of the Asian woman and the Native American proverb came from the newspapers, journalism / words. Then there are the 3 books, English literature, Damien, and the astrology book represent 2 other seals, words / literature. The album has lyrics, which are nothing more than words set to music. The only one I couldn't figure out was my brother's gold pen from his military uniform and what it signified. However, I'd soon decided that maybe it represents the letters he wrote to me while he was in Vietnam and the faith I have in God and prayers. There was something unique about these letters, which are also a form of writing. Since all of the seals were connected with words and communication, I felt that God was saying we have to be literate. He said, I am an intelligent God. So I feel that God wants us to study, especially his word, and become intelligent and literate. I showed my sister Renita the seal represented by the Asian woman and told her that one day this picture will mean something. I thought about all of the other visions that I had in the hospital. I started praying and talking to God and asked, what is the war about in heaven and earth? He answered, the Panhellenic, which I had talked about previously. I asked myself what the Panhellenic had to do with God. Then I thought about the Afro-Panhellenic, which I had saw mentioned once in 1972 in a book when I went to pick up my bed when I was pledging at the University of Pittsburgh. I had never seen or heard anything else about this particular organization. It occurred to me to ask, is it the Panhellenic versus the Afro-Panhellenic? God answered yes. I again asked, are the white gods challenging the black gods? He answered, yes, this is the war of the gods. Then I said, so there are other gods? He answered, yes. I asked, have the Panhellenic questioned the rights of you, the Alpha and Omega, who is black, being the number one God? God answered yes. As I continued to question God and figure things out, he answered in the affirmative. I asked, okay, who is the devil? He answered, the devil is dope. Then I asked, who is Satan? God said, George. Being that I had seen who God was in my vision, I knew who he was talking about. Finally, after so much excitement, I was exhausted and went to bed. So, is that why, and this is food for thought, is that why God chose the Greek alphabet, even though, or the Greek language, even though he is Hebrew? Food for thought. And once again, I wanted to go back to the seven seals. And I read to you from Revelation chapter 5, the verses talking about the seven seals. Now, it said that no man was worthy to open the seals. Now, I read to you from Asalia Rashid's book entitled The Order of the Universe and Things You Should Know About the Messiah. And she said that God told her that she possessed the seven seals. Now, she is a woman. Some might argue that when in Revelation chapter 5, and it said no man, that it also was inclusive of females also. Now, if that was the case, why would a female or God tell a female that she possessed the seven seals and told her what the seven seals were that she possessed? Like the Native American seals, it talks about judgment day or judging others in terms of if you are going to judge anyone, you must first walk in their moccasins at least 2 or 3 days. So, those are one of the seven seals that I wanted to make note of, and I read you or told you the other ones. And like Miss Rashid said, God told her that she possessed them. So I want to say I loved you, and that may God and his precious son, Jesus, bless, prosper, and keep you. And be blessed until the next time. And remember, if you don't use your mind or brain, someone else will. Until next time, like I said, be blessed.